Have you ever done an all-inclusive holiday as a drinker? Did it turn your holiday into disaster? Because my God, mine did. 1996, my daughter was 2 years old, 29 years ago now. Living in London, doing pretty well at my job, had a good family home, marriage was rocky but settled at times. Decided have a quick week in winter sun. I was a bit limited on annual leave, so I just had a week in Fuerteventura, put it up. I'd never been on an all-inclusive holiday before, and I've never been since. However, it was pretty dismal weather because my birthday is 28th, my daughter's is the 8th February, and we decided that we'd have this winter sunshine. It's about a 4.5 hour flight. So, got to the airport. I was a drinker then, a heavy drinker. I didn't realise I was such a heavy drinker, to be honest, at that time. So, I had a couple of drinks at the airport. My wife didn't drink, obviously, my daughter isn't, 2 years old. And then the plane was delayed. I had a few more drinks, got on the plane, had a few more drinks. Hit the all-inclusive place in Fuerteventura. To be honest with you, it was very volcanic, there wasn't much to do. It was a bit of a complex place. As in, not complicated, but it was a complex. And there were 6 guys there I got speaking to very early from Birmingham. They were just there for the booze. So I sort of latched onto them in a way. Me and my wife, from day one, didn't hit it off well because I had too much to drink on the first day. So I didn't even make it for evening meal. It's a disaster to start with, you know. And the second day, I'm hungover, so I started drinking again. And I hair of the dog. Drank all day. I had a couple of trips out, but they were disaster because all I was looking for was next bar. Because when you're an alcoholic, you plan where you're going to get your drinks, don't you? But all-inclusive is fine, isn't it? But I still wanted some after the all-inclusive bar finished, so I found a little shop somewhere and had a few carryouts from there, which I sort of hid around the room. I should have found them all right, but do you understand what I mean? I always had to have a supply with me. And it was extremely hot. And when you're drinking, you forget about the sunshine, you forget about your health, you forget about everything. All you want to do is drink more. And as the week went on, I was just getting more and more red, you know, I was trying to put some lotion on, didn't make any difference. I was feeling more and more tired, and I was just sort of losing the plot, really. I remember a couple of times going to the little play area with my daughter and nearly staggering into something, and I sat down on one of these plastic chairs and it smashed underneath me and all this. What a carry on. I wasn't an aggressive drunk, I was more stupid, really. Not mean to be stupid, but just stupid things happened to me. In fact, my partner calls me now clumsy. Maybe I'm Mr. Clumsy, I don't know. But the drink didn't help. So these Birmingham guys were the same. They were up at 8 o'clock in the morning on the booze. And I thought, well, why can't I join them? Because when you're a drinker, you want the fun to last all day, don't you? Get up extra early, get on the drink. Obviously it didn't cost any, did it? Well, it cost in the package to buy it, but for me it was like, well, I'm in heaven now. I can drink as much as I want. And because I couldn't go that far out, it was like, oh, that's great, you know. So this, my wife, just sunbathing, daughter was going to these little kids clubs. It was all okay. Bit of food there, bit of food out, some restaurants at night, but I wasn't eating very much. I was more concentrated on the drink, wasn't it? Because when you drink a lot, you don't eat a lot. So as the week went on, I just got more and more ill. I started being sick and something. Tried to cut down a little bit, but I still kept drinking. Anyway, I got back and I knew when I planned the holiday, I knew that I had a 10 a.m. start on the Monday. But I thought, oh, when you plan these things, you think, oh, I'll be fine. Didn't get back late on the Sunday, and I knew I'd be really hungover on the Monday morning. So I thought, well, I'll have to have some more drinks. On the Sunday I got home, went to bed, didn't sleep that night. I knew I was trying to get the underground. I'd already had a few anxiety attacks on the underground. So I managed to get up in the morning. I felt so ill. I thought, shall I ring in sick? I can't really ring in sick after I had annual leave. Because it looks dodgy, doesn't it? Because you think everyone's thinking about you. But they're not really. They're not worried about you. They've got their own problems to deal with. But you become paranoid as well, you know. So I managed to get into work just before 10. And I looked like just red raw, basically. And I walked to the office and there's all these folk, some more senior than I was. A little bit of rank, but I'm not going to all that. And I spoke to one of the typists and I said, has anything been said about me? And he said, oh, just about your colour, really. And the fact that you looked a little bit dishevelled. And I thought, Jesus, I'm so paranoid. I'm so really, really paranoid. And I couldn't stand the whole day without a drink. So I was doing a bit of plain clothes stuff, so I nipped down to the locker room, had a couple of cans of beer, trying to steady me down that Monday. I'll never forget that Monday. It was torture. I was sweating. It was in the middle of winter. I was sweating. I felt dizzy. I felt nauseous, and I was, being sick in the toilet. I tried to hide away for the whole day. And I said, well, the goodness, I need a couple of hours time off. Something's happened at home, so I did that. I managed to get to the pub for about 4 o'clock, and I knew I couldn't hold a glass. And I never thought about a straw at the time, but a mate of mine had told me if I use my non-dominant hand, I'll be able to lift the glass. I tried that, I couldn't do that. And the bar guy, well, I run the pub, I knew, was a guy called Chris, who was from the northeast. He said, what's wrong? You normally drink these pints really quick. I said, I can't hold the drink, He just walked away, he was busy. He got sick of me in the end, I think. And I couldn't hold the drink, so I put 2 hands around the glass there. And I was shaking so much it was coming out the top. I thought, how am I going to get this drink? I had to have another drink to keep me topped up, And so I just put my head in the glass and sort of tipped it towards me, like that, and I tried to tip it in. So I got Pils Lager, it was about 6%. So I tried a couple of those, and then some other guys from where I used to work came into it in the other bar, and I thought, God, they're going to see what sort of state I'm in, shaking and all that. But they weren't bothered in the end. They've got their own lives to deal with, but I was so paranoid by it all, and other people in the pub, and I thought, well, I'm going to have a few of these. Because a few drinks always used to lag me up a bit, steady my nerves a little bit, because it calmed the nervous system down. That didn't work. I think, what am I going to do now? I'll have to have a few more. Tried a few more, but it still didn't do anything, really. So I managed to get home, and I had to take some more annual leave the next day because I was so ill with it. And that experience then, it was 29 years ago, was the first time I realised I had a massive drink problem. Because even having a hair of the dog or becoming a top drinker wasn't taking the edge of it, because I had 7 days full on. And I wasn't a binge drinker by nature. I just used to steadily drink lagers, but when I'd been away on the 7 days, I'd really hammered the free lager. I don't know what strength it was, but I just hammered it all day, every day and all night. And when you get to that stage, you're really in trouble. You've got to put the brakes on it. Because I felt so terrible on that Monday. I must have felt really bad to remember it now. Because I felt a lot of pain and discomfort when I've been withdrawn. I even had seizures. But that Monday in particular, I could describe it, hour by hour or minute by minute, how bad I felt and how washed out I felt and how weak I felt and how under scrutiny I felt. And I think I was under scrutiny. I just felt as if I was. And that's the first time paranoia set in. That's when my mental health started to decline after that. Not just the next day, but over a period of time. And then my mental health was getting worse. I got more anxiety, more problems with thinking everyone's looking at me. I wasn't able to go to shops without having a drink first, and then I had to have a drink before I went to social events and all this sort of thing. I took more time off. Sick leave and all this, and it was really building up and really shattering my life. And it's just a bit of a lesson, really, you will know when you drink too much. You will feel the warning signs coming on, and you will realise, but you don't want to stop. So when the doctors tried to stop, I didn't want to stop at that time. This is the problem, you see. You've got to want to stop. And once you stop, you've got to be tough with yourself, and you have got to start again. And change your mindset and think, I can't drink at all, because if I do, I'll be back to square one, and it's going to kill me. And this is the problem. It will kill you in the end. It's a hard lesson, alcohol. It's a very dangerous drug. And I'm a firm believer that if it was invented now, it would be banned. Or it would be legal anyway. Probably still get it somehow. But you get where I'm coming from. It's too normalised. So if you benefit from this channel, then please subscribe. I do one-to-one mentoring and support as well. I've got a lot of people who come to me for help now, because I know how you feel. Doctors are brilliant. They can give you medication, talk to you, this and the other. But I'm an alcoholic. And if you're an alcoholic, I can relate to you. And I can tell you what you're going through and how you can get off it. More importantly, how you can stay off it. That's the big thing. I'll speak to you all soon.